Well, the pros have always put on a good show for us, and here, lined up before the first of the final mains, Andy Ruffell, Mark White, Trevor Robinson, guest shooter, Nelson CHANADY, Tim Marsh, Mark Salisbury and Anthony Sewell. Now, before they get up on the gate, they draw for start positions, and that's what this little black bag's all about, and checking to see what gate they'll get from 1 to 8. And on this particular track, to be on the far side is something of a disadvantage because of that big sweeping left-hander. It's a long way to come round. On the inside, it's the shortest line, and that's the spot that Trevor Robinson has got in the Halford strip, number 3 on his bike. Alongside him, Nelson CHANADY, then Mark White, and there with number 2 on his plate is Andy Ruffell, breathing deeply and psyching himself up. Hidden behind those dark glasses is Anthony Sewell, and alongside him, guest shooter. There's City Salisbury, he of the armour plating, and on the outside gate, Tim Marsh has got a long way to go. Good position for Andy Ruffell right in the centre now. He looks nice, calm, comfortable. The rest of them up there. Bounce, bounce, bounce on the wheels. Bounce, bounce, bounce on the pedals. Get a good grip of those bars and down goes the gate. They've got to get the pedal pressure really on to head to that first sharp left-hander, and CHANADY's got a good start indeed. CHANADY's gone round there. In the lead with Marsh lying second. Marsh is on his wheel though. He isn't going to let him get out of the way because Marsh has been training over in the States during last winter with the great Greg Hill, knows a lot about the tactics of the Americans. And they respect this Tim Marsh because he's been European champion 3 times. And Nelson CHANADY, though, still has the lead as Marsh is after him. And looks like Trevor Robinson in 3rd place at the moment, heading in there towards that final jump. It's CHANADY, though, from Marsh. Well, CHANADY's pleased with that one because he knew he got Big Tim on his wheel and almost no time to put the brakes on. Oh, the girls in the finishing line there laughing at that one. They nearly collected the results right in their arms. Moving on to the second of the mains. The riders up on that man-made gate on this very, very smart Milton Keynes track are lined up with, on the right-hand side, Anthony Sewell. Next to him, Trevor Robinson. Then guest shooter, who finished in last place on that first main. Tim Marsh alongside him. Still looks pensive to the bold Tim. Nelson CHANADY about his crash at the moment, getting some fresh air into his lungs. Andy Ruffell loosening off his arms, and City Salisbury adjusting his face mask. Very necessary to keep the dust out of your nose, whereas on the extreme left-hand side there, that's Mark White getting himself lined up for that charge right across the track. He's got the difficult gate over on the far left-hand side. Oh dear me, looks like Shooter's not happy. He's gone back down his saddle as the starter Les Slater moves forward to the gate. Oh, he's got them underway now. They're all comfy, they're all off. And who's going to get... Oh, looks to me like Ruffell's gone. Andy Ruffell lost it completely, buried himself just inside that first 30 metres or so, and it's Shooter who's gone into the lead. Shooter, who was last in the first moto, has now really got to get amongst the points, and he's got Sewell for company and CHANADY behind them. Well, this has really got the crowd roaring now because the Brits have gone into front, and it's a young rookie pro, only 18 years of age, guest shooter ploughing away. Well, the Americans have shown they've got fine finishing sprints. Can they catch him on the line? Shoves his bike down. That was so close. I'll wait for the judges' verdict on that one because Sewell absolutely lunged for the line alongside guest shooter, and they've gone into first and second slots, and he's congratulated him. He's agreed with the verdict. He's let Shooter in there in the first slot and Sewell in second, but it was so close. And that's Andy Ruffell riding now, a lonesome man coming in last place. Well, 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 that is not an accustomed position for Andy. He's leading overall now, Screensport Championship, and he has to get in there to finish, even to collect the odd 5 points for 8th.
These mains just keep getting better and better. Geth, magnificent win.
Thanks a lot. I got a good start, and I just tried to block everybody out, but Anthony gave me a good run down the last straight.
Take us through it then.
Well, I got a good start, and then I like pedalled the first jump. I didn't know whether to or not, so I kept it going. And I was panicking all the way because I knew Anthony or Nelson would be close, so around this corner here, I just kept my foot out, trying to stop people coming under me. But as I say, down the last straight, I thought, I didn't know what to do. Anthony got very close.
The crowds are going wild for you.
Yeah, had a bit of bad luck in the first one. I got a good start, but then I got bunched and I got, I think, 5 spokes ripped out of my front wheel. So I had to change front wheels. So I'm pleased anyway.
That wheel must be doing an awful lot of good. You came through there in magnificent fashion. Congratulations again. Best of luck in the next main.
Thanks.
Yes, in this final main, there's a lot at stake. Cumulatively so far from the first two mains, Nelson Shanley's in the lead with 25 points. That's him slap bang on the left-hand side, that picture there. But guest shooter, Anthony Sewell, Tim Marsh and Trevor Robinson are all within 3 points of each other, vying for second place. And that's guest shooter there with 20 points, and alongside him Mark White, who, interesting enough, together with Mark Salisbury and Andy Ruffle, all have 14 points, and they're back in 6th, 7th and 8th cumulative together. Tim Marsh over the left-hand side there. He knows what he's got to do now. He's got 21 points. Nelson Shanley's got 25. Tim's got to win this one to take home all the loot. Remember, there's £1,000 at stake, and with such a close battle going on, it still is up for grabs. Oh, it looks like Shanley's not settled very comfortably in the centre there. Or would it be a psychological bit of action? Because sometimes they step off the bikes just to upset the rest of the riders. It really is a cat and mouse game up there. And it's Mark White who's going up and down. Salisbury doesn't like it. He's looking back at the referee, because on the start gate there, the starter Les Slater can in fact warn the riders if they don't get up when he's ready for them. They look settled now, though. Oh, they're away, but Shooter made a bad start. He never got his foot on his pedal, and he's off the back now. And it's Sewell. Oh, Marsh has gone as well. This is disastrous for the Brits so far. So Trevor Robinson's taking up the challenge now as Sewell streaks into the lead, and two of the Brits are out of it. Both Shooter and Marsh way off the back, but way in the front. And as Sewell makes a super smooth left-hander, so Robinson loses ground because he stubbed his foot, and it's up to Ruffle to come on the inside now. Shooter's still at the back, but Sewell knows he's going to catch this man, hammering down towards the finish, and Shanley's back in 4th place. So Sewell beats Robinson, who must be really upset about the way he slipped that foot on that last but one turn. Big Trev was in there, and Big Tim bit the dust, didn't he? He is really hurt. Now, once again, you can see why these riders have to have protective clothing. He must have hit that deck at over 30 miles an hour, and the other rider who came down too, Mark White, this really was Crash City today. But Tim looks game enough to get back and ride back in towards the finish area, with the crowd applauding the game effort that he put in. That really was a rough and tumble final main of the day. And that's the official results. First, Anthony Sewell. Second, Trevor Robinson. Then Andy Ruffle, Nelson Shanley, Mark Salisbury, guest shooter, Mark White and Tim Marsh in that order. Adding together the points scored in each of those three mains, Nelson Shanley ran out winner with 34 points, ahead of Anthony Sewell, Trevor Robinson and guest shooter. Tim Marsh took 5th place, Andy Ruffle 6th, Mark Salisbury 7th and Mark White was 8th on the day.
Bye BMXers, see you next time.